Hello guys and welcome back to the Make IR Simple again. Today I would like to talk about something what turned to be a kind of professional joke, which is states are the main actors. I think this is where we have to begin our journey into international relations. So, in the very beginning, let's go back in history to Europe, some centuries before 17th century. We have states, indeed we have a lot of states, and what we can see is that, yeah, they are kings, they're kind of authorities, but actually they're not. Why? There is a lot of lords, yes, they under the king, but king, he is not the most superior actor over there. The lords, they're not directly submitted to the crown. We don't have centralized state yet. And with the time, after certain historical events, the kings, they have taken the whole authority and the states became centralized. Now we have a lot of centralized states, and these states are fighting wars, most of the time religious ones. And we have the same scenario in the beginning of the 17th century, from 1618 to 1648, which ended up in Westphalia Treaty in 1648. And what we see is that after all these religious wars, states come all together and they write this treaty, in which they have talked about several important critical concepts for international relations. The first one, as you all know, it is sovereignty. Second one, it is reciprocity, and the third one, it is non-interference into internal affairs, right? But why we are talking about this? Like, how is it ever connected to the topic why the states are the main actors? So, here I think we have to recall three names: Hobbes, John Locke, and Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Why they're important? Let's start first from the social contract. I think you all know this concept. So we have people who are coming all together and they're deciding on the establishment of the state. They use their constituted power in order to establish the state, and what they do, it is that they bestow the authority, the right to decide on behalf of them to the state. And this concept, this right of choosing the fate of the people who are living on the certain territory under certain rule, is called sovereignty. And the people, this is important, the people gave up on sovereignty to the state. But of course not for free, but in return for what? For the protection. The state has a burden to protect its citizens, the people, from any internal or external threats. So this is the contract. And this concept, sovereignty, it is Hobbes' concept, but of course he didn't write this for international relations, but he has written it for something else. Right now, let's make this one. Let's divide the, let's imagine a square, which is and divide it to two, just like here, you can see it, right here. Let's divide it like this, and here we're gonna have domestic realm, and here it is gonna be international realm. So basically, the society, it is inside of the square, yes, domestic realm, and when you look from the outside, from the international realm, you basically cannot see what is inside, right? Because you can see only the state, because the state has the sovereignty. It is a legal and legitimate representative of the people who has the capacity in order to enforce laws, to use the power, right? Especially particularly the military power. Actually, this is how we define the concept of power in mainstream theories. So, and now we have the Westphalia Treaty, sovereignty, particularly. We have the people who gave up on the sovereignty to the state. We have the state who has the burden to protect its citizens. So now, also there is another important point. It is here that before, like when before, yeah, I'm saying before, but when, before the Westphalia, there was a certain hierarchy, but not exactly just among the states. Of course, among the states too, there was clear, let's say, distinction between the states, but also there was someone else who was the most superior one. It was the church. So the church, it was the authority, most superior one, who had the last word to say, who was giving the verdicts, the final decisions about political life, not just political, but life in general in Europe. And after religious wars have ended, the role of church has decreased, constantly decreased. And for instance, even UK, England, they have established Anglicanism, English church, just to get rid of this dependency of the church on the Papa, on the Pope. And what we have after that, it is that there is no someone who is the most superior one. There's no hierarchy. And right now we have sovereign states because people are equal everywhere. People here, people there, they are the people, and every single state is a legitimate legal representative of theirs. So, and we have the concept, the principle of reciprocity, of the equality between the states. So, right now, when we're having a lot of states, basically we're having international arena, international system, more correctly. Who is gonna decide on whatever issues? Who's gonna enforce the laws? There's basically no one, because there is no someone who is more superior to the state. So right now we have sovereign states who are in the mode of what? Of survival. Remember, state of nature? We're having the same situation, totally identical situation on the level of states. Because the state is looking for its survival. Why? Because it has the burden, it has the responsibility to protect its people. And if the state vanishes, people also vanish. That is why state always focuses on the maximization of its power. But this is totally another topic. So, as I said, we were going to talk about why the states are the main actors, basically because of this. And this is how both realism and liberalism regards it. The whole mainstream of IR sees it like this. They accept the fact that the states are the main actors. Of course, for liberalism, it's not the sole main, but not the sole actors. But for the realism, they're the only actors, because only they have the capacity and the right to use the power to enforce whatever the laws or decisions or anything. It can force others to do something, both on domestic realm and on international realm, of course, if you're having more power than other states. So I hope I could explain the topic clearly to you. And if you have some questions, you can ask them in the comment, or if you have some ideas to share, please, I would be more than pleased to listen to them and have a discussion with you. So thank you very much, and see you on the next video. Bye.